Guys, today we're going to be doing a advanced scope mounting video. So I'm going to go over what you need first. Obviously you're going to need your scope. I have this West Hunter optic. It's a 1:6 second focal plane. I'll be mounting it to my AR-15 here, swapping it out from the Holosun DRS thermal. You're going to need your scope rings. I went with this Vortex cantilever mount, 30mm. I have my lapping kit from Wheeler. So you've got your alignment rings or your alignment pieces, your lapping compound, your lapping bar, and the lapping bar handle. You're also going to need levels. So I've got my Wheeler leveling kit here. Got the scope level and the barrel level. We also have our torque wrench from Real Avid, our Klein angle finder. It's a red bottle, but it's blue Loctite. Got some acetone, some cotton swabs, rag. We have our Wheeler screw kit or screwdriver set. Does just about everything you need. And then to go a little more advanced, we have this Real Avid reticle leveling kit. So you've got the backdrop grid. You have a light, the actual part that mounts to the scope, and then you have a couple options. I have the Picatinny mount on here. It also comes with a barrel mount. This little torque piece that goes onto the driver. We have our vise. This is a lead sled from Caldwell. There are better options. This is what I have. Gets the job done. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna clearance safe this weapon. She is clear. And then we're going to remove this optic. Of a bigger screw, so we gotta use a bigger flathead here. Okay, that's off. And we're gonna take off this rear optic as well, or at least adjust it rearward. Go ahead and torque this down. Okay, cool. Make sure that doesn't get in the way of the charging handle. Then we're going to remove these top rings. This mount has four screws per ring, and these are T10 screws. All right, there's our second ring off. Now, first thing we're gonna do is we just want to place this where, or I'm just gonna place this where I think I want it to go. So you're gonna have to play with a little bit, figure out where it is that you want it. Okay. So I'm gonna say that's good. That's where I want it. So we're gonna remove this. Now we're gonna tighten these down. Packaging doesn't specify what the torque spec is. Online it says between 20 to 30 pounds. So we're gonna do 25. All right, so we're gonna place some blue thread locker on these screws. Okay. We're gonna wipe off that excess. Make sure it's all on those screws. Okay. Just to double check. All right, go ahead and start tightening. These are 1/2-inch screws. All right. And before we place the scope on it, we're just going to verify the angle. All right, so that's at 0. It's good. This is cool because it's also magnetic. All right. So that's good. And we're going to verify these rings are good with our lapping kit. And as you can see, that is pretty much perfect. So we don't even need to worry about lapping today. Like, technology in rings has become a lot more efficient. So I have no need to lap these rings today. So we're not going to worry about that. All right, so we have our rifle level. We're going to take our barrel level. And you want to make sure that these start off even, these little knobs down here. And then you're going to attach it to the front of the barrel. Adjust as needed. All right. And like I said, you want to make sure, you want to try your best to get this bubble leveled off before you adjust it. You also want it to match this bubble, so they should be the same. All right, so that bubble is right in the middle, and so is this one. All right, so this is going to be our reference. All right. So as you can see, bubble is off. All right, so now it's level. We're going to start putting our top rings on, but before we do that, we're going to apply some blue thread locker. So we're just going to place those on, remove the screws. Get it in those threads. All right, got all the screws in. We're gonna loosely tighten them up. And just because this bubble is level does not mean that the reticle is level. That's the key thing to remember. We're just loosely tightening them just to make sure that the top rings stay on. So as you can see, they're on there. They're not going anywhere, but they're still loose. All right, so we're gonna remove this front cap and we're going to emplace reticle leveling kit. Okay, you do want to be careful because this does have a level on it. And this piece here is made of plastic. I'm just going to tighten this on there. So that bubble is level, as well as the barrel level. All right, now we're going to place our barrel or our scope light on. Now this is a little tricky because this is supposed to work off a battery, but as you can see, it's not working. It only wants to work when it's plugged in. So we're gonna have to be very careful with this. So I got it plugged into an extension cord here, which is heavy, so I'm gonna use the lead sled as kind of a weight, counterweight. And you're going to twist it on. Okay. There it is. Okay. Open up that top cap, and we're gonna have to turn off a light here. Take our grid and we gotta make sure that this also has a level on it. So we're gonna make sure this is level. Okay, so that's level. That reticle is off. So we're gonna adjust that. All right. So now that looks level to me. The bubble up here is level. This bubble is still level. That bubble's level. That bubble's level. This bubble is level. So we're going to verify just one more time. And that looks level to me. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to start tightening these down, 15 inch-pounds. We've got our torque driver set to 15 inch-pounds. We're going to start tightening this up. I'm going to do about 5 turns at a time. Technology is pretty cool these days. I mean, all this equipment to ensure that I have a level reticle. And I'll probably still miss when I shoot. So now we're gonna increase it. All right, now this time we're gonna tighten it till it gets snug. And then the next time through, we're gonna torque. So it's still level. That's the key part, is if you ensure it's level and then you just go at it, you might knock off the level. So it's always, you always want to make sure you're checking your levels. All right, so they're all snug. So now we're gonna ensure that they're all level on all sides. So you wanna make sure that the rings are level. All right, so this side of the rings is higher than this side, so I'm gonna loosen this side up and tighten these down some more. It's a long process if you take your time, but it's worth it. Okay, so those rings look a lot better now. So this is the tough part, is torquing them. You want to make sure everything stays nice and level, because you're putting a lot more pressure on these screws now that you're doing your final tightening. You want to keep that X pattern. All right, so we got everything torqued down. Scope light is showing that the level, or the reticle, is level. We've got a level bubble here, level bubble there, and a level bubble here. So it's a lot of work, but it is worth it. So the height over bore is too high for this rifle, as it usually is with AR type style rifles. This is usually meant more for hunting style rifles. So you just have the barrel and the stock. So we're just gonna laser bore sight this at a later date. But yeah, that's how you do more advanced scope mounting.